My name is Caitlin, and I'm a primary school teacher who has worked internationally for many years. As an international educator, I have witnessed miraculous feats from students. I have seen students struggle and excel in learning new languages. I have seen students crush, but also be crushed by the weight of learning in a second or third language. As a monolingual myself, I am always amazed at how another person can communicate so well in multiple languages. It's fascinating to think that whatever my vocabulary base is, another person could possibly have 2 or 3 times as many synonyms or words as I do. For if I know the word for dog in English, my Indonesian students know the term dog and anjing, both referring to the same thing. All right, so today I'm going to explore a few definitions with you regarding language. I have used my prior knowledge and experience, information taken from our VC discussion, as well as gathered additional data to form my own thoughts and definitions about the 3 following words: language, language learning, and language teaching. I have quite a bit to say about each word, as I feel their connections are extensive and run deep within many areas of life. So I'll try my best to be as clear and concise as possible. Hope you enjoy. All right, so these are my personal definitions from all the information that I was able to gather. First, let's look at language. In short, language is a system of communication by a group to express ideas and thoughts. This communication can be verbal or nonverbal, and it may come in the form of symbols, such as letters or other modes of writing, expressions, body movement, sounds, or gestures. And these are some examples of symbols you might see every day. Humans can use language as a form of communication, as well as a means of expressing their identity, their emotions, as well as their imagination. The scientific study of a language, such as how it works or how it is put together, is known as linguistics. And for looking at how many languages someone speaks, those who are bilingual are fluent in 2 languages. Those who are trilingual can speak 3 languages fluently. And another term for those who can use multiple languages is multilingual.
I don't think they're speaking the same language.
Next, we have the term language learning. Simply put, language learning is learning a language. The definition of language learning can then be expanded upon to state that it is the formal process of understanding how to communicate effectively in a language through traditional educational means, such as the study of a language's grammar, structure, syntax, and so forth. My students experience formal language learning for Bahasa Indonesia, English, and Mandarin. They have an instructor to teach them all the details of the language's use. Informal learning might be categorized or could be categorized as language acquisition, where one simply picks up a language through their environment. Now, this could start from conception, but more understandably from birth. It is the language that we exchange, experience, and witness at home with our friends and family. The last term is language teaching. This, to me, means that you have someone, most likely more proficient than the learner, guiding another in learning a language. Again, this could happen in a formal setting, like a classroom, with a teacher or an educator, as well as with students. Or it could happen organically and informally, like at home, where children are mimicking adults. Either way, there's an expert in the language, and this expert is passing on information onto the learner about that language. Now, there are many English language centers and schools throughout the world where language learning and teaching happen together. There are also additional languages and first languages taught in many primary schools around the world by educators. People can also watch YouTube videos to learn new languages or practice on apps like Duolingo. And this is just to name a few examples of language learning and teaching working together. It was interesting to hear each member of my VC group extend their definitions on these words. Each member brought an additional insight to the definitions, such as language acquisition. I hadn't even really considered this to be separate yet included in language learning until my group members shared their thoughts. It seemed that all these definitions are quite complex, and each member of my group was able to contribute another aspect of language or the term that was being discussed. These are some of the sources that I used. Some of them came from Moreland University's resource list, and others were just ones that I found through additional online research. And that is all for my definitions and reflection. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.